Okay. So, this has been a rough day for Thomas today.
For both of us.
More so for Thomas. But we just gonna jump into it. We're gonna tomorrow night on Fox. WWE is gonna have a draft. Not really too sure how it will go.
Right. So we're gonna do it.
Because here's the list, as you guys can see, of who's all eligible.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put our picks, and it doesn't really tell you much about it. It just says the WWE draft begins with Friday, October 11th episode of Smackdown on Fox. Catch the final picks on the Monday, October 14th episode of Raw on USA Network, 8/7 Central. That's literally all it says, other than who's gonna be participating. So, me and Thomas are gonna get. So, how many lines we doing? Everybody on the list?
Yeah, we should have enough.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if we just do one here and one here, and just go down the line.
Got you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, you go from the bottom up, and then.
Yeah.
But we already kind of know who the top picks are gonna be.
Got you.
It's the same ones every time they do a draft now. So.
I just seen my whole Facebook, but don't worry. Nothing going on there except for Pops and Thomas's link message to me for the wrestling thing. So nothing major going on there anyways. So you name names and we'll pick
which
and we'll discuss afterwards how we feel about everything and how we feel how things going to shake out.
So the way I was thinking, we can fill it out, and then we can look at it and see if we want to change, before we finish this. And then once we finish it, it's final. You can't make any changes or anything to it.
And then I'll put up a screenshot of my list and Thomas's list towards the end of this, and you guys can let us know in the comments how you think things will shake out, and possibly later tonight, because this is Thursday, we're doing it, and you guys will see it Friday. So we'll try and keep this not too long, and then we'll be trying to do a live stream during Smackdown to start the draft. So it won't be the whole of everybody, but it'll be probably half the superstars, and you never know who they are gonna announce through WWE.com and stuff, because they normally only do a certain amount of picks.
10,
10, maybe 15, but that's a stretch. Right. So most likely
Fox,
10.
So
maybe
the whole reason they're doing the draft is Fox wants them to have completely separate shows. So which is the way it was and the way it worked. So
I'm gonna draw a line down the middle of mine, and I will have we have SmackDown on one side, Raw on the other, and then we'll have our top list. Well, don't worry about it. Don't worry, because I'm gonna show it at the end. You'll see. I'm just letting you know how it's gonna look. The top picks are gonna be on the left side, and then everybody else who just because it's a lot of names on the list, so we know who top card, mid card, and dark match and fill-in spots and the workhorse guys. So we know all that. So I just wanted to go ahead. You can just start naming names, and if you're not familiar with somebody, I'm gonna have the
pictures
up. So
the first one is Becky Lynch.
I think she's staying on Raw.
Yeah, me too.
And she gonna be in my top. My top is not gonna have a specific order. It's just gonna be
key players on the show.
Yeah, and anybody on the right side is just whatever.
The next one is Roman Reigns. He hasn't really been doing that on
Roman Reigns.
Well, see, now it's tricky because now they got Brock and Cain Velasquez on SmackDown.
Yeah, I think he might go to Raw.
I'm going to keep him on SmackDown.
Okay.
Just because, like I said, they got Brock and them there. Now they got to keep somebody. So now they're doing, on here it says the OC. So I don't know if you want us to break them up or you just want to do like, okay, so let's do it this way. If you think they're going to break them up, like if they're going to send AJ to SmackDown and then the OC to Monday night, you can do that, or you can just do the OC as one group. But I don't think they're going to break up Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson because they just gel too well. So
I think AJ gonna be on SmackDown, with or without the OC.
Right. I just think the OC is just gonna stay together. Because they invested too much in them.
But if they do split up, I see the OC being on Raw.
Right.
Without. Okay. So that'll look somewhat, legible to you guys. Okay.
The next one is The Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
The Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
I feel like he's going to be on Raw.
Yeah, I hope he stays on Raw, to be honest. Keep that clowneryism on Raw. That joke I seen on Hell in a Cell. Anyways.
They said that he hurt his back in that match. Anyways, Drew McIntyre. I can see
SmackDown.
Yep. I can see him going to SmackDown. I'll tell you why I think some of this stuff when we get done. Randy Orton.
SmackDown.
Bro, I completely messed this up the way you wanted to do it.
It's okay. It's not a big deal.
Cause I got like the top spot, and then I got.
It's okay.
Right,
It's okay. It's okay.
Sasha Banks.
Raw.
Ricochet.
Raw.
Sorry, my dyslexia kicked in there for a minute. Braun Strowman.
Raw.
I'm actually going to put him on SmackDown.
Does his name have a W?
Yes. STROWMAN.
Okay.
Bobby Lashley.
Raw. Because that feud that he got going on with Rusev. And then Rusev, I'm going to put over on Raw too. Right now. So, remember Dave, Rusev.
I mean, you're gonna be
Bobby Lashley, then Rusev.
Well, you got to put Lana over there then too.
Lana.
Yeah, because she's a major part of the whole thing.
Okay.
The next one's Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. I think they're going to split them up.
Me too. And I think Alexa gonna go to SmackDown. How do you spell Nikki then? Because that's spelled
N-I-K-K-I.
Yeah, see. Shit. Okay.
Lacey Evans. I see her staying on Raw.
Yeah.
The Viking Raiders.
SmackDown. Because Fox said that they want more
Powerhouse.
not powerhouse, but they just want more like sport, physical wrestling versus like all this stuff that they've been doing on
They
Raw.
wanted WWE back in the 90s.
Yeah, or the 2000s, anyways. Like early,
Right.
you guys, like early. So who's next?
The Revival. They're the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and they haven't given up the belt yet. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Natalia.
Smackdown. That's named there like I don't really even care.
See, the next one's interesting to me because they're not technically part
Who?
The Street Profits. Unless they're being finally called up.
And I don't think they're going to break them up.
No.
And I think that could be something like that they do like the supplemental draft. But I think that they're going to stay on Raw.
Lucha House Party. They're not really doing nothing.
Raw. Or no, I'm going to have to put them over here. They could have split them up.
Yeah, they could. You never know.
Who you got next?
Cesaro.
Smackdown.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. Oop, I spelled his name completely wrong.
What you got?
The next one's Kevin Owens.
Smackdown.
Yeah, he's doing too much on SmackDown right now to leave. I mean, he did just finish a feud though. I don't know who this next guy is. Humberto Guerrero. Never even heard of him. So randomly put him somewhere. I'm gonna put Humberto C.
Okay.
I can't say his name
Who?
either. Tozawa.
Let me see.
There.
Yeah, Tozawa. Akira Tozawa. I think he gonna go to NXT or leave, but I'll put him on SmackDown.
Sin
How do you
Cara.
spell his last name?
TOZAWA.
Okay.
The next one's Sin Cara, which I haven't even really
Sin
seen.
Cara?
Yeah, I haven't seen Sin Cara in forever. Like I've seen him
SmackDown.
on Instagram wrestling and house shows.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you, Siri.
Okay.
Eric Young.
Raw.
EC3.
Some of these people I don't even matter.
Right.
Just gonna be honest with you.
Chad Gable.
SmackDown.
Heath Slater.
That's another one.
Right. Honestly, bro, I think they should put Heath Slater, not Curtis Axel, Zack Ryder, what's the other dude's name? Let's see if it's on here. Kurt Hawkins and a tag team, like in
Yeah.
a trio. Drew Gallic. Just did Drew Gallic.
I'm mad they have so many people in.
Right. Gulak. the B team. What's that noise? I have no idea, bro.
Okay. B team. Yeah. After like the first 10 names, it got uninteresting.
Right. And Tamina is the last one.
Smackdown.
So those are all the ones that are eligible for SmackDown. Like, for tomorrow night, that's who they're gonna divvy up, I guess you can say.
Gotcha.
And then on Raw, these are the people that they're gonna do. The first one is Seth Rollins, the Universal Champion.
Raw.
Yeah. And then Brock Lesnar.
Smackdown.
And then Charlotte Flair.
Smackdown. Cause she the champ.
Yeah. Titus O'Neil.
Raw for me.
I spelled his name wrong. Then the Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura with Sami Zayn.
Okay.
So you can either split them up or take them together. Intercontinental's on SmackDown, right?
I believe
Right
so.
now.
Yeah, and the U.S. is on Raw because AJ's the U.S. Oh, dang. Yeah, so they're going to have to go to Raw. Just thought about it. For me, anyways. I have a scribble through mine. Darn it all. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Aleister Black.
SmackDown.
Yeah, because he's kind of like a heavy hitter type. Likes to be physical. The New Day.
SmackDown.
I feel like they're going to have more people on SmackDown just because Fox wants it to be competitive. Daniel Bryan.
Raw. But he had a thing going with what's his name, but
Rowan.
And Roman Reigns.
Bailey.
SmackDown.
Luke Harper.
Raw. Raw all the way, buddy. Your grandma keep it.
Bruh, blowing my phone up right now. I'm rejecting for a reason. The next one's Eric Rowan. I just think they're going to keep them together. Because they can't do nothing by themselves. See, the next one's kind of interesting because he can be good on both shows. I'll let you finish.
Eric Rowan, I got him on Raw. Eric Rowan's on Raw for me. Okay.
So the next one, like I said, he can be good used on either show and he'll be good, which is The Miz.
I think he gonna be on Raw.
I'm gonna put SmackDown.
Miz gonna be on Raw because I think the Intercontinental title gonna be on there, and they always want to keep him by it.
In case they need him.
And plus, they
champ.
got that Miz and Mrs. on USA, so.
Right. I'm gonna put him on SmackDown.
That's fine. That's fine. No,
the next one is Ali.
Raw.
I think he's just gonna be a jobber on Raw.
I kind of put him on the top side. Go ahead.
King Corbin.
Raw.
I hope he stays on Raw.
Me too.
I'm mad that they're putting King Corbin instead of just Baron Corbin.
Yeah. Oh, it's with an I, not an E.
Yeah, it's Baron. Yeah. And then Elias is the next one after you get done with that one.
Raw.
I'm gonna put him on SmackDown. Dolph and Bobby Roode, tag team
Raw.
champions. Yeah. That's funny. They put Bobby Roode instead of Robert Roode.
Mm-hmm.
They call him in the ring. What were you saying? How were you saying his name earlier? Samoa Joe?
Samoan Joe.
Yeah, Samoan Joe.
I can see him going to SmackDown.
Yeah, I think he's going to be on SmackDown because he'd be a good person to fight like Brock or whoever is the champion after. I guess it depends on what Ken Vasquez is going to do.
Yeah.
The Kabuki Warriors. But see, that one can be. That's something else they have to go for. Is like
how you spell that name? He said just.
Bro, I'm just like
where it is.
Kabuki Warriors is right there.
I'm
gonna put them on Raw.
I got them on SmackDown. There's gonna be a lot of pictures to put up.
I mean, I would just put up ones like I would do a couple of the big name people, but like do like more.
Well, I want to do all of them so people know who they are. You know.
Okay, we already did Rusev. So
you could probably look up the pictures for SmackDown. I could look up the ones for Raw.
Yeah, I mean, I can even do that at home. Just send it to you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can do that. So do you want me to do the pictures for SmackDown off of this list?
I mean, however you can get it the easiest.
That'll probably be better because my SmackDown is going to be different than yours. Your SmackDown.
No, yeah, off the list. Off the list.
That's fine. Like I said, we already did Rusev. Cedric Alexander's next.
Raw.
Rey Mysterio. Put him on SmackDown just because he has to be with Ken Vasquez.
Yeah.
Plus, he was already always better in SmackDown for some reason.
Yeah, I got Rey Mysterio on SmackDown, Cedric Alexander on Raw.
Now, see, the next two, you can separate them or keep them together because they're kind of together right now. R-Truth and Carmella.
I think they'll be together, and they'll probably be on Raw.
Let's see, I think SmackDown just because Corey Graves is there. And if you look lately, they try to keep couples together.
Yeah.
The AOP.
SmackDown.
Yeah. And then Heavy Machinery.
Raw.
Oop, I spelled that completely wrong. Apollo.
SmackDown. I think I spelled Apollo wrong. I got it. A-P-O?
A-P-O-L-O-O.
Dang it, yeah. Dang it.
Next person's Andrade.
Oh, SmackDown.
Yeah, he's with Charlotte. They ain't gonna break them up. Did you hear what he said real quick? In the interview, they asked why he hasn't teamed up with Charlotte like on TV. He said, "Because I don't want to be classified as Charlotte's boyfriend."
Oh.
He said, "I don't want what happened to Seth happen to me, like the man's man." And I'm like, I understand that completely. The next person is Liv Morgan.
Raw.
Which she hasn't even been on TV lately.
That's what I'm saying.
They're redoing her character.
It's a lot of people that I'm just like, they got on here. It's like, why?
Jinder Mahal.
Who hasn't been on either. I might not even do him. I'm not even going to do him. He can go wherever.
Buddy Murphy.
Raw. But I think he on something too right now. Mm-hmm.
Well, he was doing that thing with Roman.
Oh, yeah, that was on SmackDown. I'm going to have him on Raw, though.
Mojo.
SmackDown.
No Way Jose.
SmackDown.
Dana Brooke.
Who hasn't been on either.
Dana Brooke.
Shelton Benjamin.
SmackDown.
Who hasn't done anything since he came back, even though everybody was extremely happy that he came back.
Yeah, Shelton Benjamin can go on SmackDown for me.
Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. I think they're going to keep them together. The Iconics.
SmackDown.
Iconics on SmackDown. Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder on Raw.
Sarah Logan.
Raw.
Sarah Logan can go to Raw.
And her husband's on Raw. I mean, that's where we put her husband, so. Fire and Desire.
Raw.
You know, they're thinking about doing a lesbian thing with them.
Oh, brother.
Because Sonya Deville.
Uh-huh.
And the last one, which I don't know why he's on here at all, Drake Maverick.
SmackDown.
Drake Maverick on SmackDown, Fire and Desire on Raw.
And that's the complete list for both of them.
So who do you think? Let's just do really quick before we get out of here. Tell me who you think is going to be the top 5 or top 10 for Raw and SmackDown, respectively. Because the top, I got my tops on the left on both sides, and it's at least 10 in both categories. So,
you know, I kind of messed up here. That's why I just kept going down the list like that. Of course, the top for SmackDown is going to be Brock because he's the WWE champion, and they're not going to switch the titles. Roman, Braun. Let me see what else I got in here. The Miz, Samoa Joe. That's probably it for my top on SmackDown.
okay. My top on SmackDown is going to be Brock Lesnar is going to be 1. AJ will be 2. Kevin Owens will be 3. Charlotte will be before one of those, maybe as maybe 2. So that'll bump everybody else down. So it'll probably go Brock, Charlotte, AJ, Kevin, Rey Mysterio. I'm sorry if I wasn't talking to the mic. Let me see. Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, Bailey, and Samoa Joe. That'll top out however many that was. How about Raw for you?
So Seth, of course, Becky, and probably Bray because they're trying to shove him down our throats right now. Sasha, and I'm not doing it like in a particular order. It's just Daniel will probably be in there.
Oh dang! I wanted you to do it in order because you didn't do it in the order over there. So we'll just say your top 10 in order.
So Seth, then Becky, then probably Bray. Then probably Sasha because she's going to be the one that's going to fight with Becky the most.
Mm-hmm. What about? Oh yeah, we got Bobby Lashley. Go ahead. Sorry.
Then Daniel. And then Shinsuke. And then the Kabuki Warriors.
Okay. So I'm going to have Seth, Becky, Roman, Bray, Daniel, The Miz, Sasha, Baron Corbin, and Shinsuke and Sammy, because they got the other belts. And then it'll probably be the tag champs.
So let's do this. Let's choose 2 people we think is going to come up from NXT too. Just because they're probably going to bring somebody up.
To be honest, for me, I don't think they will.
I mean, they're bringing...
Well, the reason why I say that is because, if anything, they'll be putting people down at NXT.
I mean, if they're going to put anybody down, there's going to be people that have big names. Because there's people that deserves to actually come up to SmackDown and Raw.
I just don't know who, bro. It's just because they started the thing with USA Network. So I feel like they need all the people that they can get because they've been doing matches. Because I've seen a couple of the NXT ones that they've done, and it's just they've been doing matches with people that don't really have any name at all, like against each other. But that's what I'm saying. So I don't think they'll be calling anybody up. You can still give a guess, but I really can't give you one. Like,
so sorry, that was a weird look. So I'm looking at the roster, and guess who's one of the tag teams? Breezango.
Yeah.
Tyler Breeze and Fandango.
Yeah, he was just there a couple episodes ago.
I just think
I just don't know who. I couldn't even get your name.
With Fett going down, maybe they can push somebody up. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
try. But the one person
I get what you're saying. I just don't know who to guess.
The one person I hope they would bring up is Velveteen Dream, because
that's who I would want in a dream scenario, but I just don't think so. So
I mean, this is kind of what this is like a dream scenario. So
well, I'm saying I did my picks off of like likelihood. I don't see any likelihood that he comes up. That's what I'm getting at. If I had to pick and make sure that they went, my list would be different, and I would be able to say Velveteen Dream. You know, and I wish Finn would have stayed.
That's what we hope happens tomorrow. Then I guess is Velveteen Dream comes, because I'm just saying because the Street Profits technically wasn't on the roster, they were just there, but now they're.
I mean, they were on that list though, so I'm just going off of who they got on the list. There might be
for our hopes.
Yeah, there might be an NXT
being there.
There might be, but I just don't know who. You know, it could be a tag team, it could be somebody big, kind of small.
That's what I'm saying. Velveteen Dream is the perfect person to bring up right now.
Yeah, I think so, and put him on SmackDown.
Just trade out Finn, because Finn wanted to go back.
He ain't telling me nothing, bro.
Finn wanted to go back, so
I know WWE better check themselves. They got AEW on the heel, so.
Yep.
But let us know who you guys got. This will be up at least like 4 or 5 hours before.
The
Smackdown. I'm gonna try and have it up soon. I'm gonna cut it off here so I can shorten it down and kind of get it all ready to go. So, yeah, just let us know who you guys got in your top 10, or if you'll be watching the draft, and just be on alert in case we do a live stream. So, and we'll put it up for sure. Now, if we're gonna do it at least 30 minutes ahead of time on all the platforms, so give you a heads up, and then we'll be doing it so you can kind of turn off the commentary unless somebody is talking, obviously, for scene purposes, and we'll do the same. So,
which I did notice Friday that they didn't do a lot of promos. They just did wrestling.
Yep. Neither did AEW. AEW did like 1 or 2, and that was it for a 2-hour show. So
that's what they need.
Raw's got some catching up to do, anyways, but. That's another time for another talk. So make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Hit up the Instagrams and the Facebooks and the YouTube. Please get other people in. Really helps our videos. We're trying to break the 100 mark. So, yeah, go ahead. Thanks. Take it easy.
See you later.
Bye. Bye.